All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, break. Go on, go on. Ready.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. There he goes, right side. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On second down, here's Barkley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
On the ready.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's first and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check 99, check 99. Big trip, big trip.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Back, back, back. Watch who draw portraits.
On second down, Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another first and 10 here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf, X3, 218, chopper. Two.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
You got nothing. Hey, wahoo! Ready?
Second and 6. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brings up third and 1.
Set, ready? 30 base.
50. Watch the curl.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. Too little, cut. And Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Oh, you get it.
From the gun on third down. Gordon. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete.
Let's go.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On first down, Gordon. Flushed out right. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Hey, Charlie. 5.
Second down and inches. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
A 7-yard loss brings up third down.
Break.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Single.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey. Snap.
From the gun, Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And who's got it? The Giants. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Watch the run.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
58, boy, 58. Come on.
Throwing Jones. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Got it.
58 to Mike. I'm coming after you.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Mike 57.
Throwing again. Gordon. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Back to throw. Gordon. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. When you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check.
Now Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Go.
And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there for the Giants. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Saquon Barkley. He will push his way down to about the 14. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 58, boys. 58. 58. Come on. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Go. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Looking for more there on on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Mike's 59. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 59, Mike.
Looking to throw. Gordon. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw. Gordon escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Second and 13. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
57 to Mike.
Throwing on third and long. Gordon. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Juju Smith-Schuster, as the first half is winding down, and the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Hey, Delta.
To throw again, Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Greystone, travel. Go.
This time they stay on the ground, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go, set, 60 yards.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Five, 2.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 yards and a giant first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A first down carry for Barkley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here I come. Here I come. Rush in.
Ready?
Again, it's Barkley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week and they won. A little extra pressure that they're feeling right now because they haven't gotten those interceptions in this game, and they're losing.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
On the ready.
57. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Now.
They go play action here on first down. They'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Slam, slam. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Go.
Throwing again. Gordon. Flush to his right. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Fair.
Watch the shift. Okay. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see... the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run with Barkley, leaping over him. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
You got tight right there.
Ready?
On the run, it's Barkley. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
58 to Mike.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And they give this time to the tailback. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Get in the weight room. Check 13. Check 13.
Back to throw. Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. Oh, what a juke into space. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
47. Here we go.
Play action now. Prescott. A good throw here, finding Pascal. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. First down, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. It's caught inside the 25.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
We got 4.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Prescott yet again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Check. Look at me. Go. Go. Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Gordon. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, Foxtrot.
57 to Mike.
On 4th down, Gordon escaping the pressure right. That's into the hands of Pascal. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run with Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 30 base.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's pulled in at the 32. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Gordon. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Gordon. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also moved the sticks. Back to throw. Gordon. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Barkley on 1st down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Giants, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.